everybody. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's the first week of the season, and it's no shocker who's primed to lead the Redskins' rushing attack into the new campaign. It's the Saints going up against the Redskins.
Due east from our nation's capital at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. Just a few moments ago, it was the Redskin defense being introduced, and the largest cheers went for their Pro Bowl cornerback, Josh Norman, as he and his guys get set to do battle with the New Orleans Saints. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, we look at this Redskin team as they interplay here. An early season tilt, and when it's an early season tilt, should be ready to roll.
Well, let's face it, the aches and pains haven't really set in yet, and both teams eyeing a really good start to get things going.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Saints, and I don't think from what we saw down on the field before the game there's any doubt they're ready to... And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Going to give this time to the tailback. And this one also slow in developing as he's maybe getting back here to the line of scrimmage, but not much more than that. In a 3-4 defense there and against the run, a lot of responsibility can fall on that nose tackle.
A ton of responsibility, no pun intended, because they got to deal with not just the center, both guards, and a lot of times they have to eat up double teams in order to let the rest of the guys get to the football. But how about that play? He not only did he eat up the double team, he ate up the ball carrier as well.
I was going to say, and he's taken down here by the Saints. Sam Barrington with a big-time sack on 3rd down, and it'll be a loss of 7. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot, that they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. To throw, Cousins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. Well, 6th-round picks, they don't normally step in and start on day one, that's for sure. But over the years, we've had some big names from that spot.
And obviously, Tom Brady, the biggest name of all, is a 6th-rounder, but there have been others. Antonio Brown, who's played some of the best receiver in the game. Alfred Morris. And I can tell you a quick one on Alfred Morris. When he came out of college and had the big rookie year, I went back to a lot of my scouting buddies and took my book with me and said, okay, what did you guys have him listed coming out of school? I couldn't find anyone who had better than a 6th-round grade on him. Most had 7th round and a good number undrafted free agents, so you never know what you're going to get.
They added a lot of talent to a roster that really needed an infusion of youth. They got a very good infusion of youth.
And they didn't really reach to get anyone as well. They stuck to their draft philosophy, got the best players they could at the time they were drafting, and inserted them into their lineup.
Jordan Reed was the intended target, and it's 2nd down.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
So the incomplete pass brings up 2nd down. To the air again, it's Cousins. Now they go screen, it's complete. And I see an extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. They'll run it now out of the gun. A great effort there to shed the contact, and it helps them pick up the first. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
Brandon, what were they thinking on defense there? They looked like they were playing for the pass. That was 3rd and short. Yeah, it was an easy pickup because they handed it to him. That was way too easy.
Just looked like absolute confusion defensively. Not sure why they were in that set.
Yeah, I'd say you ought to have a few men in the box there.
So here we go, 1st and 10 now. They go play action here on 1st down. Josh Doxson's got it complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down.
In recent years, the slot receivers really gained stature in the NFL because they can do so many things. Yes, they can line up wide like your normal wide receiver, but to have that kind of courage and toughness to run routes in the middle of the field and become dependable targets for their quarterbacks and move the sticks, those guys are worth their weight in gold.
Now a handoff looking right. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So they pick up the 1st down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
I'm wondering, partner, if they might need to sub him out for a play or two because after that long run he just had on the previous play, he might not have all of his breath back.
Yeah, and they went right back to that well. Different result. So one quarter in the books on NFL kickoff weekend. 0-0 our score. We'll head back to FedEx Field after this timeout. Back live, Charles Davis to my right. I'm Brandon Gaudin. It's Redskin football to begin quarter number 2. They face a 2nd and 7 to start things out. Now they try the right side here. And he goes backwards here, losing yardage back to the 16. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there, because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
Yeah, allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Here's Cousins. Going for his running back, and he's got him complete. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard, right at the 10-yard line.
One hallmark of good defenses is understanding the game, understanding positioning, and tackling immediately in the secondary after catches. I think we just saw that on display right there.
Got to him before he ever had a chance to think about turning it upfield. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain that time, as it's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 3 to go. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sam Barrington in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Call it a loss of 2 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. From the gun, here's Cousins. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Cousins from the gun on third. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. The Redskins offense now. They head back onto the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. Working out of the gun, Cousins. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sam Barrington. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
The Saints coming out now to take the field. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown him a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after him. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. They were trying to get it there to Josh Doxson, and it's 3rd down.
It feels like they're getting caught in between here because they did incompletions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the 1st down, guess what? You're likely going to have to.
The Redskins on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Cousins now. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete. Certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. Well, they've had a pretty frustrating first half here offensively and then just continued there with that incompletion.
Yeah, definitely frustrating for them, but heartening for the other guys. Those stops.
Now a handoff looking right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Defenses always talk about earning the right to rush the passer on 3rd down. And you know what offenses want? Win 1st down so they can set things up for themselves better.
And that wasn't helpful there. Not a big impact on 1st down. Going to give this time to the tailback. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Only a yard on the pickup. And now they've got a 3rd down and 8.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. A really nice pickup of 14 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I've yet to meet a wide receiver who likes to block more than catching the football, but the best ones understand that that's how they'll actually get more passes thrown to them if they help in the run game. And anytime you get a run of that yardage, that means the wide receivers did help. They get down to what a lot of people call the 2nd level, the linebackers, or the 3rd level where the defensive backs are, and they get out in front and put their bodies out there and create more space for their runners to gain the yardage.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Tough day, tough sledding right there, and it's been that way the entire game. Not a whole lot of room to ramble for him.
Yeah, you're right. It's been that way all afternoon. Didn't get a whole lot better there. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now the hit comes, and Cousins lost the football. And this is picked up by the Saints. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand. And they'll
try the right side here. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. Cousins now on second down. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
That throw has to be a quarterback's dream, doesn't it? Big tight end, curling in the middle of the field, so it's great sight lines for him. And when they show their numbers back to the quarterback, when they sit down right there, that should be pitch and catch.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And after the good gain last play, this time they say, as he's going to be stopped behind the line of scrimmage. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now Cousins. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Hodges. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
To throw is Cousins. And that is incomplete. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. And this defense continues to give them fits. They just can't get really anything going on the ground, can they?
I love the theme that you just brought up. This defense has been tough all game long against the run. We just saw another example of it there.
Crowder's got it over the middle. And he'll be brought down, it looks like, right at the 15. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
If he's their best threat on offense, use your #1 cover guy on defense. It doesn't matter about size.
They have had him locked up. That just his first catch of the game. And he goes down. It's a sack. They get him back at his own 3-yard line. Sheldon Rankins. So they're going to go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And this one will wind up with him losing yardage back to the 4-yard line.
You know, sometimes the guy on the defensive side of the ball, he just has a good feeling or a good read, and he unleashed his defense on that one. Boy,
And to give this time to the tailback. And he is leveled. Knocked down hard. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
I think they want to start getting back into this game. It behooves them to get better on 1st down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. Now Cousins. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's third down. Cousins on 3rd and 2. Now a desperation throw. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked off by Von Bell. And the return here is stopped at the 35-yard line. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And no doubt what they're looking to do is just salt away the final couple of minutes and escape with a win. Field, and it was the Steelers that came away victorious there. Ben Roethlisberger, 2 touchdown passes in the W. And partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for New Orleans, not much to complain about here. They come in and steal a victory in a tough place to play on a Sunday night. And they'll get another road test next week as they head to Houston to take on the Texans. Meanwhile, for the Redskins, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll look to regroup next week as they head to MetLife Stadium to take on the New York Giants. That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew,